everyone, welcome to the Seeds of Success podcast, hosted by Dottie San Martin and myself, Orly Rivera. This show is your weekly dose of knowledge, insights, and actionable tips to transform centers into striking successes. Whether you're a seasoned industry professional or just stepping onto the lanes, we've got you covered. Dottie, how are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Orly. I am good, and I am in a creative mood today. So.
Yeah, I think we're always in creative moods, and Dottie, today I was kind of thinking, do you ever go into, I'm a big family entertainment centers, places that have arcades and go-karts and all that kind of stuff. And do you ever walk into a center like that and you're kind of just a little overwhelmed and you almost feel like you're in a theme park and need this map and, where am I going? Where's everything at? Am I going to miss anything? I kind of feel that we need to talk about how you could, set it up properly or kind of direct people in the right way. And, I think there's only one way that we can do that is having a special guest. Do you think that's okay?
I think that's great. And I think we have the perfect guest for that. So I'd like to welcome back Mick with US Design Lab. Mick, welcome back to Seeds of Success.
Oh, thank you for having me again. I love to talk to you.
Yes. Well, Orly has a great point. There are so many times that you walk into a center and you are going, maybe you have gotten an email and you want to go try out their new laser tag or their new mini golf, and you get in there and you're like lost. You see all this stuff around you, but you have no idea where you need to go. And really that sets the tone for your experience.
Yes, and honestly, time is money also for customers. So if customer get lost in your facility, it means that they do not spend money in playing something because they are wasting time to try to get to the restroom or try to get to this new amazing attraction or other stuff. So you have to be sure that you're going to put the right signage and you're going to put the right way and you're going to display the right way where people can get to the right place.
You never want somebody to leave saying, oh man, we never even got to this, we never saw that. Like they didn't even make it over to that attraction.
Yeah. So like last time we were speaking about marketing materials. So you're going to spend millions of dollars in creating this new amazing experience, buying a go-kart track and buying a building to contain this go-kart track. Mm-hmm. You put this go-kart track in the back of the building and then you have this customers super excited about this new thing. They step into the facility and say, yay, let's go to race. And they're going to spend probably 20 minutes to understand where this go-kart track is or where they have to check in to be able to race. So this is very frustrating because it can happen that those people put a bad review on social media and say, okay, we waste 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then when they get there is a long line. And so this is frustrating. So
it's not
how we can avoid this? Yes, we have to avoid it.
It sounds easy, but how do you do that?
Yes. First of all, you have to hire somebody like me that help you because like we were already discussing, you are always in your facility. So it's not that you don't have the possibility to think in a different way, but you are always very busy thinking to how to operate your business. Okay. So having people outside that help you a little bit, it's always helpful. And so I used to always try to keep everything visible. Okay, so when you walk in, also if you did this go-kart track in the back of the building, try to open a window. Try to put a big sign on top of this wall where there is the main entrance of the go-kart track, or put LEDs like a tunnel, something to lead people over there. Okay, but first of all, they need to check in. They need to check in to do everything in your facility. So they need to know where the reception is, where the kiosks are. Okay, so it's easy for them to do step one. Then step 2, after that they registered or they paid or they do their own thing, they have to say, okay, I bought the race package. Where is the go-kart track? and immediately they have to turn and to look around and see exactly through signage, through LEDs, through some signal, some different kind of flooring, the direction to go there. Okay. So first of all, always try to keep as much as you can visible. This is the main thing. Okay. When it's not possible for any reason, you need to put signage or path, also path on the floor. Say go-kart track there. Put stickers on the floor, okay, like we used to do in convention centers, okay, or hospitals. This is one thing.
Even paths of, like when you go to Las Vegas and you go through casinos, you see paths with different color flooring that leads you to the main areas. So, even colors and textures can be used.
Yeah. And this is another thing that we used to do, is to utilize, and sometimes it's painful and a little bit expensive, keep different kind of floors, because the people understand better if they have to walk somewhere, if you create those kind of path into the floor. Okay, so we always used to polish concrete and probably put LVT vinyl floor or carpet, but leave like if somebody walk into the facility and they step into concrete, polished concrete, they know that polished concrete is the path that they have to walk. So if we're gonna do a restaurant there, don't use the same polished concrete, because people need to know that the restaurant area, it has to be different. And this is another thing. So use different floors to highlight different kind of path into your facility. This is
absolutely. Absolutely. And as you said, color also can be something that sets, areas apart. And in family entertainment centers, you do have multiple areas that all have different purposes. So, the different things that you can do to draw attention and set those things apart. Sometimes they don't come top of mind to, us, like you said, because we're in this facility all the time. We know where everything is. But someone coming in that has the eye for that, that is experienced in your center for the first time, brings in a whole new perspective, the customer's perspective.
Yes. And having them feeling in different ambience is good, because if I am in one of those centers, Orly was saying that this looks like theme parks. Okay, huge places. So Disney is teaching, if you get into a restaurant, it has to be a different kind of environment. So you don't still feel into this big, unique environment, but you have different situation inside that have you feel in a different way. So restaurant has to be addressed in a way. The bowling has to be different. The arcade area. And like I was telling before, using different kind of flooring, it's already helping, like using carpet in the arcade area to absorb the noise, or using like a warm wood floor into the restaurant is more inviting than something cold style. Okay. And so using those materials, it's help also to set where you are.
Yes, for sure. For sure. And, we touched a little bit on this in the previous, one of our previous episodes about the marketing material. And so today we're talking about, if you have a new attraction, making sure that that marketing material, once they get to your center, that they know where to go and so on and so forth. The other thing I want to just mention, because I think it's so important, is making sure that your marketing material is marrying what they're seeing when they come to the center. So, the images, that you put in your marketing material need to be the image of what they're going to see when they come in there. And so even that can help with where it is, the images that they're going to be able to identify when they see it, that, oh yeah, that's what I saw in that email.
Because you can use stock image, but if you hire a professional photographer, they're going to see something that is real. Okay. It's not like, because all those, I was seeing a couple of websites today about family entertainment centers that they had the same images of arcade because they took it from some bank image. So it's not the best. So probably customer, they never gonna notice this, but it's a generic. It doesn't give you any feeling, any passion, and then when you walk in, you're gonna see something different. Okay, so hiring a professional photographer at those days is not super expensive, and you don't have to do those kind of crazy drone things all around the facilities that I love.
Absolutely.
In any case, but you can also hire somebody with a good camera and with a good background in photography and take real pictures. Okay.
And I'm going to put my 2 cents in on that. I think it's a great idea, and there's a lot of photographers out there that would jump on this, even probably some that you have as your customers. But if you're going to do that, again, have a plan before you hire that person. Know what you want captured so that you're getting all your check boxes marked off. And then that way you don't get the pictures and go, gosh, but I didn't get any pictures of this. Again, you need to plan things out. And Mick, that's something that you specialize in is making sure that customers understand there needs to be a plan in place. I think we could all three agree that we've been in places that you can tell when you walk in that this was done and then this was added and this event was added, and it's all disconnected. And that's the feel you get when you walk in, is it's somewhat disconnected. You're a little bit confused from the beginning and it doesn't really all flow or make sense. That's a no-no, right?
Especially when you have idea to expand your center and add some buildings or expanding the land around you, you need to know exactly what you're gonna do in like 5 or 10 years. Otherwise, everything will look like patched, okay, and with no flow. So when we do those projects, we always think to the future, what's gonna happen in 5 years. Also, if they have some piece of land close that they say, Mick, probably we are evaluating the fact to get this land in 10 years. So let's consider it. From my side, it doesn't make a lot of difference to plan also this part. And in the same time, we can keep consistency on the flow of the people. Okay. Also considering that in the future. This is important.
Well, and it is, we all need to find time in our day to visualize, to dream, right? You may be selling yourself short by saying, oh, I would really like to do that, but I just don't think it's in the future. If you have that mindset, it's not going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen. But if you go and you set your sights that this is really what I would like to do, and you start putting a plan in place, it doesn't mean that you have to accomplish that overnight. But to strive for that is huge. You have to set your goal.
It's not the planning that takes a lot of money. Is to build it in the future. So, but if you plan it in the right way, you're going to save millions in the future. And this is the important thing. So without saving money at the beginning, say, no, we cannot afford to think what we're going to put in this potential piece of land. You're going to close an opportunity to have a very cool looking and a very good flow in the future just because of that. So you don't have to, how can I say, to stop your dreams, because we are not talking about building yet.
Yes.
We are talking about planning that is different. Okay. And then if you're going to do it or not in the future, it doesn't matter, because in any case, the place will be consistent. The flow will be okay. Okay. Nobody will feel lost into your space. Okay. Because of that.
Yes. Yes. I completely agree. And that's the fun part. Striving to reach your goal, or having a vision, a dream, and working to accomplish that. To me, that's exciting. Orly and I are forever. We have high hopes for a lot of things, and we don't have, we love to visualize things, and
it's fun. It's
yes,
fun,
it's
Dottie.
fun.
It's fun. It's the fun part of our job, to dream. We are in an amazing world. It's entertainment. We have to dream, to continue to think about that. Then, of course, we're going to get frustrated about money, budget, cost, banks, but dream
then
at the
go
beginning,
back to
at
your
least.
dream and keep your eye on the dream. And I think that that's so important, because sometimes people don't allow themselves to dream. They sell themselves short in the beginning, and they say, "Oh, well, I can't do that." You know what? And Orly, I'll tell you, can't, not, won't, those words are not in my vocabulary. If I can think it in my brain, I'm going to try to figure out a way to make it happen. I might not always accomplish it, but I am always going to strive to capitalize on my dream. Always. So, yeah, it's definitely okay to dream. So, well, Mick, this has been a great show. Do you, Orly, do you have any other? I mean, I just know Mick needs to help us with our roadmap.
Yeah, no, I like everything he said. Just a lot of things he said. It's just things you don't really think of when you're, like he said, when you're in the center yourself all the time. You're just seeing one thing. You're not really taking yourself out and bringing yourself in as a customer to see, to see what it's like. So yeah, no, he made a lot of great points, and I think, I think people are going to
absolutely. And the fact that, you don't really stop and think when you are leading a customer to your center and they walk in and there's walls up that, block their view, and there's not signage to lead them where they want to go. That's the start of a very negative experience, and one that's certainly avoidable. As long as you're aware that those are the obstacles that they're encountering. So, Mick, I can't thank you enough. You are just a wealth of information.
Thank you.
Certainly appreciate you being on the show and sharing all your wonderful wisdom of being in this industry for many years and helping so many customers. So thank you very much for that.
Dottie, this is my passion. I told you, this is my passion. So every day I learn things and I try to apply those things in our industry. This is the secret.
Yes. Well, passion goes a long way, and it's very easy to hear that passion in your voice. And this industry is very lucky to have you being a big part of it. So, well, listeners, we hope that you will share our podcast with your staff. And as always, we appreciate you tuning in to us today, and we look forward to seeing you on another episode of Seeds of Success. We can be found on all major podcast platforms. And remember, keep growing your business one happy customer at a time.